What's going on, College Football Nation? My name is Ben Ledoux, and you're watching the Voice of College Football Recruiting channel. You can follow my socials, X and Instagram at BallByBen. And in this video today, we're continuing our 2026 Blue Chip Recruiting Class Series with the #1 tight end in the class of 2026, who actually did reclassify from the class of 27 to the class of 26, Mark Bowman. As we pull up his 24/7 scouting report here, he stands at 6'4.5", weighing in at 225 pounds. He attends Modern Day High School out of Santa Ana, California. 24/7 Sports Composite has him as the number 16 player in the nation, the #1 tight end, and the number 4 player out of California. And as you can see on the top here, he is committed to the USC Trojans as of 5/30/2025, so pretty recent. He holds 32 offers with 6 visits, notably from USC, Oregon, Georgia, Ole Miss, and Alabama. And like I said in the introduction video, he was originally the class of 2027, but reclassified to the class of 2026. So we're going to be watching his sophomore highlights from last year going into his senior year. So let's hop into the huddle real quick. And let's watch these beautiful highlights. Right off the bat, an absolute snag. That's a tight end moving like that. That boy's got wheels. So coming off that last video, watching Kendra Harrison, I want to be able to compare these two 5-star tight ends to each other. I know Kendra played, kind of both, both the defensive line and tight end. So I'll be interested to see the difference between more of like it seems like he's going to be more of like a pure tight end, more receiver like a Brock Bowers, and see how he moves. And right away, he looks very smooth and fluid at the tight end position, especially standing at 6'5", it was a little bit different watching Kendra compared to him. So out of frame catch right there, right at the top. So he looks very much like a really athletic tight end, going to be like more of a supreme pass catcher. And now we're seeing some blocking highlights, and he totally eliminates and pancakes that guy right there too. So I'd be interested to see if he gets a lot of blocking highlights as we go for a second one here. So very physical right off the bat, great hands-on. Once he gets hands-on, that guy ain't going anywhere. So I like to see, if you watch the Kendra Harrison video, I want to be able to see a multitude of things at the tight end position, blocking, which we saw right there, he's very good at. And then I want to see his hands, which we know for a fact so far, we've seen some out of frame catches right off the bat. And then I want to see his route running. I want to see if he can, run routes from, that split end look, or if he's lining up at, that slot receiver typically. So some really good blocking highlights. He looks very physical, and he plays the game with a lot of passion, which I like to see. He looks like a very fit tight end. Yeah, bulldozing. I think when he gets to that next level, like a lot of high school players, I want to see him put on a little bit of weight at that tight end position. He's running this wheel route here. Good hands. Fights through a tackle, 6 points. So I want to see him put on a little bit of weight. He's standing at 225, which could be a typical, weight for a 6'5" wide receiver. Sit him down again. So when he does get hands on and he's blocking, he's sitting dudes down. Let's see this run after the catch, make a move, breaking tackles consistently. Yeah, this dude's a dog. This dude's a dog after the catch. He's very quick for his size too. Like he's moving. And a lot of blocking highlights, which I'd love to see in tight end highlights, because that's what you need. You want to be able to catch the ball and then obviously be able to block excellently, especially in the pass game, so that they don't take you off the field. Let's continue to watch here. Shimmy shake at the top. Yeah. I mean, his route running so far, just from that end zone, I wish Huddle showed more end zone highlights, because this is what you want to see, because you want to be able to see him front on and the way he's looking. So his head's, staying straight the whole time. Gives a 1-2 jab step. That guy had no chance. He's moving so fast for a tight end. That's nuts. Out in the flat. Get busy. 6. Here comes a little bit of emotion here. Not really lined up. Running this wheel route again. Yeah. After the catch, he's a demon. He's going to hurt you after the catch. Yeah. Ferocious blocker. His hands, let's get more technical with the blocking highlights here. Great base. Look at the knee flexion. Look at the knee stance. Really, he's on balance. He's just driving. Look how he kind of just lifts him up for a split second. So we'll pause it right here. So when he's hands-on, look at his base, kind of like where my cursor is. Knees bent, really good pad height, really good arm height, and then stands him up. This dude's done. I mean, look how completely vertical he is. He has no drive. Look at Mark here. He's kind of standing at an angle. Yeah, that kid's done for. That's a great block, and he sits him down too. 3-point stance. Looks like a pass here. End zone view. Catches it through contact. Let's watch his head on this play. I want to see where he's angled. So he's selling this. He's selling kind of like he might be running like a little bit of a cheat, like speed out, 5-yard speed out, just the way that he's running. Then he dips back in, kind of stumbles a bit, but still makes a great through the contact catch. He's got great hands too. So here we go, line up at 3-point stance. Eliminates the guy again. So he knows how to use his leverage, and he sits on him. I like that. Let him feel your presence, that you pancaked him. So he loves these wheel routes. And just that after the contact, man. After the catchability too, phenomenal. So this guy is a pure tight end, and which I love to see. I think he is, just based off that Kendra Harrison highlights, comparing the two, I'm really liking Mark Bowman a lot more than what I was seeing out of Kendra. But like I said, can't diss on guys because he was playing both ways of the ball and excelling too. So, but Mark Bowman's going to be your complete starting, tight end at the next level. After he puts on some weight, like a lot of high school players. But like I said, he is going to be a little bit younger for his class. Heads up play, he's going to yes. He could have easily came back and lit this kid up, but he makes a smart play because, look, you can kind of realize that he realized like last second, because he's completely downhill. He's looking for this guy, but he's going to stop, find this guy right here. Wide open lane for his quarterback to score a touchdown here. So he heads up, smart guy, not too caught up in the moment. Corner route out of him. Dot. Get the feet in. Okay, so now we got a little bit. I know he's been lined up at wide receiver a little bit here, but let's watch this route. Sit down. Let's watch his head. I want to watch what he's looking at here. Great stance. Sell and fade, because this DB is just completely backpedaling the whole time. What is the yardage? Why is he diving for it? Oh, I can't see it, unfortunately, but second down. Okay. So he's fighting for yards. That's great route there. So he's got some good route diversification. We've seen him kind of run the seams. We saw him run the corner that one time, and we also saw him run that curl route. So that's phenomenal. Did he just take a tush push? Yes, he did. Does he score on this? Fighting for yards. Fighting. Phenomenal highlights out of Mark Bowman there. Out of the Kendra Harrison video that we watched the other day, I think Mark Bowman is 100% respectively earning that number one tight end position in the class of 2026, and especially being technically a junior going into this year, I think he's only going to dominate more, and am excited to see him put on some weight at the next level to see how well he excels. So we'll look at the 24/7 scouting report here by Greg Biggins. Bowman recently reclassified from the 27 class into the class of 26, has a chance to finish as the highest rated tight end to come out of California in at least the last decade, and has been drawing Brock Bowers comparisons since his freshman year. After seeing him in action the last two seasons, the comparisons look valid. At 6'4", 225 pounds, Bowman moves around like a receiver with a ton of twitch and change of direction. Has great hands and shows the ability to make plays down the field, can get vertical and runs well after the catch. Already an advanced route runner and a dominant run blocker who shows the ability to take an opposing linebacker or defensive back off the field. Has a rare combination of size, skill, athleticism, and toughness, and is one of the few players you can study and really struggle to find a discernible weakness in his game. Assuming he stays healthy, it will be a surprise if Bowman isn't an immediate impact player and a potential 3-and-out college player. So we talked about, like, just that last sentence alone, we talked about it. He's a complete tight end at the position. He can run block, he can pass block, and he's very smart. He's got, just from that one clip where we saw he could have lit that dude up on the backside, but decides to downfield block for his quarterback, which the dude probably would have made a play on him, but he blocked him and got him out of the way, and that quarterback turned that 40, 50-yard run into 6. So that's very, very, very nice out of him. I like how Greg Biggins really touched on that too, because when you have a tight end that can block and receive and also excel at both, you're keeping that player on for 3, 3 downs consistently throughout the game, as long, like you said, as he stays healthy. So that's very, very awesome to see out of Greg Biggins' scouting report there, and I'm glad that we were able to touch on that throughout the video. So we'll pull up the 2026 USC football commit class, which the composite ranking has them as the #1 recruiting class in the class of 2026 with 28, which is insane. So Mark Bowman obviously being the #1 recruit, only 5-star so far, but they got loads of talent in this class. They got 4 stars. They got 3 stars, I imagine, somewhere in here. But yeah, they're going to have a lot of talent. I want to touch on the quarterback that I saw, Jonas Williams, 4-star, #8 at the position. So that's going to be interesting to see him play alongside Mark Bowman to see if he gets some PT. Let's see if we got a couple wide receivers in this class too. Let's see if we got any other tight ends. Doesn't look like it. So Mark Bowman's going to be an absolute dog when it comes to the tight end position at USC. And since they're going out to recruit him, especially being the younger version of him, I'm pretty sure they're going to be trying to start him right away. So we'll be interested to see him get some PT in his freshman year at USC next year. So let's see. Let's just hop into his Twitter real quick. I just want to see a couple of things. So 13-0, national champs, state champs at Modern Day. That's insane. I mean, just look at his frame. That's nuts. He just looks scary. 6'5", 225. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, he's oh my gosh. A tight end should not be moving like that, especially at his age. And look at like how big he is. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to be special. Yeah, you can just tell right away. So he's got just some other stuff, shouting people out, which you love to see. Here's his commitment, looks like. That's awesome. Yeah. Mark Bowman. Wow. I mean, that dude's a specimen for his age. If he doesn't pan out, God forbid he doesn't pan out at the next level, I'd be severely shocked. So Mark Bowman, going to be very excited to see what he can do at the next level, just based off what we saw and what we saw in the scouting report and everything that we saw in the huddle. I mean, y'all saw the huddle. I mean, he's making wide receiver catches at the tight end position, and he's blocking dudes. He's pancaking dudes like we've seen Jackson Cantwell and all these plenty other Felix Ojo, all these plenty other offensive linemen. So he's able to do both at the high school level. And why wait another year in high school if you're dominating at that sophomore level at the highest probably ranked football high school in the nation? So why not get to college early and, make it even look better for NFL recruiters and teams? It's just going to keep getting better for this guy. So that's Mark Bowman. As at the end of every video, y'all can follow my socials, X and Instagram at Ball by Ben. Make sure to like and subscribe. And if y'all want to, we're going to start a little bit something different here. If y'all want to start sending me some videos of players that might be under the radar or something like that, more than willing to get into those videos and maybe start a new series. So something interesting that we can start up soon. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. My name is Ben Ledoux. Peace out, y'all.